Hello, students. Your topic for today is judicial review. So, the judicial review is recognized as a necessary and a basic requirement for construction up of a novel civilization in order to safeguard the liberty and rights of the individuals. The power of judicial review is significantly vested upon the High Courts and the Supreme Courts of India. Under Article 13 of the Indian Constitution, the compulsion of judicial review was described in the Fundamental Rights in Part 3. It is stated that the state or the union shall not make such rules that take away or abridges the essential rights of the people. If any law made by the Parliament of the state legislature contravenes the provisions of this article, then it shall be void. Meaning of judicial review. So, judicial review can be understood as a form of court proceedings, usually in the administrative court, where the lawfulness of a decision or action is reviewed by the judge. Where there is no effective means of challenge, judicial review is available. So, the concern behind judicial review is that whether the law has been correctly applied with and right procedures have been followed. Judicial Review and Constitution of India. So, in order to scrutinize the legitimacy of administrative action and the statutes, the Constitution of India has given influences to the High Courts and the Supreme Courts of India. To guard the rights of public and implement the fundamental rights are the main objects of judicial review. If any difficulty arises between the state and the center relation, then Article 246 and the Schedule 7 of the Constitution has marked the working zone for the regulation construction between both state and center. So, judicial review has evolved in three dimensions. First, to protect the legality of essential rights under Part 3 of Indian Constitution. Second, to authorize the disinterest of organizational achievement. Third, interrogation of public interest. So, judicial review in India, it plays an important role as a protector when the executive, judiciary, and the legislature harm the constitutional values and deny the rights. The judicial assessment is considered as an indispensable feature in the country. In India, there is parliamentary form of democracy where every section of people is involved in decision making and policy making process. It is true that the primary duty of the court to apply rule of law and is the groundwork of social equality. By exercising new powers of parliament, rule of law which is to be applied by the court cannot be modified. All those here who are doing public duty are accountable. They have to work within the democratic provisions of the Constitution of India. The concept of separation of power and rule of law is judicial review. The influence of judicial assessment has been so long under Article 226 and 227 in case of High Court and Article 32 and 136 of the Constitution of India for the review. So, the mechanisms of judicial review. In India, three aspects are covered by the judicial review, that are: first, judicial review of legislative action; second, judicial review of judicial decision; third, judicial review of administrative action. So, these facets of judicial review were pronounced by the Supreme Court of India in case of L. Chandra Kumar versus Union of India, stating that the judges of higher court have to interpret legislation up to this end and that the constitutional values are not to be interrupted. To achieve this end, the judges have to keep in mind that the equilibrium of control specified in the Constitution is not disturbed. Now let's see some judicial pronouncements. So the first one was Shankari Prasad versus Union of India. In this case, it was held by the six-judge bench. Five judges not agreed to amending the essential rights under the Indian Constitution. However, in case of Keshwanda Bharti versus State of Kerala, where six judges out of seven judges held that Parliament modifying influence has and at all portion of Constitution can be amended and overruled the Golaknath case. The Supreme Court held that the essential rights cannot be modified in such a method which will touch the elementary construction of the Constitution. Now, the second case is R. Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu. This case was seen from Keshwanda Bharti case, in which the cases like Chandra Kumar versus Union of India and others, Women Rao and others versus Union of India, Mindra Mills and others versus Union of India, Indira Nehru Gandhi versus Raj Narayan, where judicial review was considered as essential and integral part of the Constitution of India. The next is Mithu versus State of Punjab. So the Supreme Court of India has struck down section 303 of the Indian Penal Code 1860. This section had made a death sentence mandatory. In case Article 21 of the Indian Constitution was illustrated by the SCI complete its frequent pronouncement. Then PUCL versus Union of India. So, the Indian Supreme Court, in its historical verdict, stated that to disregard or disobey the decision given by the court, the lawmakers of India have no power to ask for the instrumentality if the legislature has influence over the subject matter. That's all. Thank you so much.